look at your neighbor and tell them, I don't need to announce what God is doing in me. Because some of you have been talking too much while doing too little. You've been explaining your dreams to people who don't have the faith to understand them. You've been posting plans instead of producing results. But tonight, I came to tell you something that might change your life forever. Your silence is not weakness, it's strategy. There are seasons when God will hide you so he can build you. There are moments when heaven says, be quiet, because what I'm about to do in your life doesn't need a committee. You don't owe everyone an update. You don't owe everyone access. Some victories are supposed to arrive unannounced, and when they show up, they will speak louder than anything you ever said with your mouth. This is not a season for arguing, explaining, or proving yourself. This is a season for grinding, growing, and getting stronger in the dark. While they are watching your mouth, God is watching your work. While they are laughing at your silence, heaven is preparing your surprise, because when God decides to bless you, he doesn't need your noise, he needs your obedience. I came to talk to the people who are tired of being misunderstood, tired of being doubted, tired of being counted out. Stop responding to every critic. Stop reacting to every insult. Put your head down, roll up your sleeves, and let your results preach your sermon. Because there is coming a day when the same people who ignored you will be shocked by you. Not because you bragged, but because you built something in silence that could not be ignored in public. Silence is not hiding, it is preparation for elevation. Some of the greatest transformations do not happen on a stage. They happen in a secret place where nobody is clapping and nobody is watching. When God is getting ready to lift you, he often pulls you back first. He removes the spotlight so he can work on your foundation, because elevation without preparation will always end in embarrassment. That is why your quiet season is not a punishment, it is protection. God is shielding you from eyes that would distract you, from voices that would confuse you, and from opinions that would slow your growth. In silence, your character is being shaped, your discipline is being tested, your commitment is being proven. When nobody knows what you are doing, you find out who you really are. Are you still faithful when there is no applause? Are you still consistent when there is no recognition? Silence exposes whether your motivation is purpose or praise. And until praise is no longer your fuel, elevation will always be delayed. Silence is also where strength is built. Muscles do not grow in front of mirrors, they grow under pressure. The roots of a tree do not grow above the ground, they grow deep in the dirt where nobody sees them. But when the storm comes, it is the unseen roots that determine whether the tree stands or falls. In the same way, your silent work is developing spiritual roots, mental toughness, and emotional maturity. When the pressure comes, and it will come, you will not collapse because you were built in private. Many people mistake visibility for progress. They think because they are seen, they are succeeding. But visibility without substance is empty. Silence gives you time to develop substance. It gives you time to learn to fail safely, to correct mistakes, and to grow without judgment. It allows you to become excellent before you become known. When elevation finally arrives, it will feel sudden to others, but you will know it was a long time coming. They will call it luck, overnight success, or favor, but you will remember the lonely mornings, the quiet nights, and the disciplined days when nobody knew your name. That is the power of silence. It prepares you to stand tall when the spotlight returns, because you were never hiding, you were being built. Not everyone deserves access to your vision, because vision is fragile before it becomes visible. When a dream is still forming, it can be easily damaged by the wrong conversation, the wrong opinion, or the wrong energy. Some people don't doubt you because they are evil. They doubt you because they cannot see beyond where they are. They measure your future with their past, and if you allow them access too early, they will shrink what God is trying to expand in you. That is why wisdom teaches you to guard your vision until it is strong enough to stand on its own. Every time you explain your vision to someone who is not assigned to it, you drain yourself, you start defending instead of developing, you start justifying instead of building. Vision needs faith to survive, And constant explanation suffocates faith. When Joseph shared his dream with the wrong audience, it didn't bring celebration, it brought betrayal. The dream was real, but the timing and the audience were wrong. Some doors closed in your life, not because the vision was false, but because it was shared too soon. Not everyone clapping for you is praying for you. Some people listen just to collect information, not to offer support. They smile in your face, but quietly question your ability, your background, and your worth. Giving everyone access to your plans makes you vulnerable to unnecessary discouragement. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You just need to believe enough to keep going when nobody else does. Guarding your vision does not mean walking in pride or isolation. It means walking in wisdom. It means knowing who can water your dream and who will poison it. Some people are assigned to celebrate the finished product, not the construction process. They are not meant to see the mess, the mistakes, or the uncertainty. They are meant to see the result. When the vision becomes reality, explanations will no longer be necessary. Success will speak in a language that doubt cannot argue with. The same people who questioned your silence will be stunned by your outcome. That is why you must protect what God whispered to you. Not everyone needs to hear it now. Some people will understand it later when your life becomes the proof that the vision was real all along. Work done in secret creates power in public because what is built quietly is built deeply. There is a kind of strength that cannot be borrowed, faked, or rushed, and it only comes from consistent effort when no one is watching. Public moments may bring attention, but private discipline brings authority. When you labor in secret, you are not performing, you are becoming. You are shaping habits, sharpening skills, and strengthening your inner life in ways applause never could. In the secret place, excuses lose their power. There is no audience to impress and no reputation to protect. It is just you and the work. That is where true mastery is formed. That is where confidence is born, not from praise, but from preparation. When you know you have put in the work, you don't need to announce yourself. You walk into rooms with quiet assurance because you are carrying something earned, not something imagined. Secret work also builds integrity. When nobody is checking, you discover what kind of standard you really live by. Do you still give your best when there is no reward attached? Do you still show up when no one would notice if you didn't? Integrity developed in private becomes credibility in public. People may not know your process, but they will feel your presence. They will sense that you are grounded, tested, and trustworthy. Many people want public influence without private investment. They want the microphone without the midnight oil. They want the platform without the process. But power does not come from being seen. It comes from being ready. When opportunity finally calls your name, secret work ensures you are not overwhelmed by what you prayed for. You won't panic under pressure because pressure is familiar to you. You've already carried weight in silence. When your work shows up in public, it will look effortless, but it was expensive. It cost you comfort, convenience, and countless quiet sacrifices. Others may see the moment, but you remember the process. That is why your success will not collapse under attention. It was built when nobody was clapping, validated, or even aware. Secret work gives public power because it creates depth, and depth is what allows you to stand when the spotlight finally finds you. Noise attracts critics, silence attracts results. When you make your life a spectacle before it is ready, you invite judgment, doubt, and distraction. The more you announce every step, the more people feel entitled to give opinions, whether you asked for them or not. Critics thrive in your noise because they feed on what they can see and misunderstand. They are quick to point out flaws, slow to recognize growth, and even slower to celebrate progress. Every word spoken too soon can dilute your energy, scatter your focus, and slow down what could have been inevitable success. Silence, on the other hand, creates focus. It protects your energy and concentrates your effort. When you move quietly, you conserve power for what matters most. You are not busy defending yourself. You are busy developing yourself. The people who matter, those aligned with your purpose, will notice the results, not the rumors. Results are louder than explanations, and when your work finally speaks, It does so in a voice that cannot be contradicted. Noise also breeds insecurity. When you constantly feel the need to broadcast your plans or justify your efforts, it shows that your confidence is dependent on external validation. But silence builds inner strength. In the quiet, you learn to trust your process, believe in your timing, and rely on your discipline. You stop measuring success by who is watching and start measuring it by how faithful you are to your purpose. This kind of faithfulness becomes unshakable because it is rooted in action, not applause. Critics will always exist. Doubters will always speak. But silence disarms them. It keeps your vision safe until it is strong enough to withstand scrutiny. It allows you to work without distraction and to grow without comparison. Every person who mocked you during your quiet season will be confronted not by words, but by the evidence of your diligence. They will be stunned by the very thing they never saw coming because they were focused on your silence, not your strategy. Choosing silence is not about being passive. It is about being strategic. It is the wisdom of knowing that noise may bring attention, but it rarely brings advancement. Results, however, demand respect. They cannot be argued with, and they cannot be ignored. When you invest in quiet work, your success becomes inevitable, and the noise of the world is drowned out by the undeniable power of what you have accomplished. Consistency in private produces authority in public. It is not the flashy moments or the grand gestures that define greatness. It is the small, disciplined actions repeated day after day, even when nobody is watching. Every early morning you rise to work on your dream. Every late night you push past fatigue. Every time you choose focus over distraction. You are quietly building a foundation that will hold up under scrutiny. Authority is not given. It is earned through faithful persistence. And the world only sees the results of what has been faithfully done in private. When you are consistent in private, you develop credibility that cannot be faked. People are drawn to those who have proven they can endure because endurance reflects character. Public recognition is temporary, but authority built on repeated action is lasting. The work done behind closed doors forms a depth of expertise, a mastery of skill, and a confidence that no external validation can shake. Others may try to imitate your success, but they cannot replicate your discipline, your determination, or your unwavering commitment. Consistency also cultivates resilience. Life will test your patience, your faith, and your drive. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments when it feels like nothing is working. But those who have been consistent in private have a reservoir of strength to draw upon. They have proven to themselves in countless quiet moments that they can overcome obstacles, keep going, and stay committed to their vision. This resilience translates into authority because people sense it. They know you have been tried and proven. Private consistency transforms intention into results. Ideas and dreams are worthless without the repeated effort that turns them into reality. The person who shows up day after day, rain or shine, doubt or delay, is the person whose influence will eventually be undeniable. When you finally step into the public eye, your authority is recognized not because you demand it, but because your consistent work has earned it. The beauty of private consistency is that it prepares you for moments of visibility without exposing your weakness. By the time the world witnesses your success, your authority is unshakable because it was built over time in silence and through commitment. The habits you form in private will carry you further than any public applause ever could, and the respect you command will be the natural result of what you faithfully did when no one was looking. Let your success explain what your mouth never had to. There is a power in achieving quietly that words alone can never create. When you stop explaining, justifying, or defending yourself, and instead pour your energy into producing results, you create a language of success that everyone understands. Actions speak louder than promises, louder than plans, and louder than opinions. People may doubt you while you are silent, but when your work manifests, it will speak in a way that skepticism cannot silence. Your achievements become proof, testimony, and evidence all at once, leaving no room for argument. Too many people waste their strength talking about what they will do instead of doing it. They announce their dreams prematurely, trying to gain validation or approval from those who are not invested in their journey. But words without results are empty noise. Success has a way of cutting through doubt and disbelief. It doesn't beg for attention, it commands it. By focusing on producing rather than explaining, you allow your results to carry your message with undeniable clarity. Letting your success speak also protects your energy and your vision. When you are constantly talking, you open yourself to unnecessary criticism, envy, and distraction. People may try to discourage you, hijack your ideas, or undermine your confidence. But when you quietly work and let the outcomes reveal themselves, you maintain control. You conserve your energy for creation, not confrontation. You preserve the integrity of your work and allow your accomplishments to shine in their own time. There is also a spiritual dimension to letting success speak. Often, blessings arrive in ways that surprise everyone, including those who doubted you most. By keeping your focus on action rather than argument, you position yourself for a breakthrough that is unmistakable, undeniable, and unstoppable. Your life becomes the sermon, the evidence, and the inspiration that words alone could never achieve. People will see the results of your labor and know that your commitment, discipline, and perseverance were real. When your success speaks, it validates every silent struggle, every private sacrifice, and every disciplined choice you made. It silences critics not through confrontation, but through undeniable reality. It inspires others not through boasting, but through living proof. In the end, the loudest voice you will ever need is the one your success carries, and that voice will echo far beyond anything your words could ever accomplish. Now, I want you to hear me clearly. The world doesn't need your excuses. It doesn't need your explanations. It needs your results. Stop talking about what you're going to do. Stop seeking approval from those who cannot see your destiny. Put in the work, stay faithful in your silence, and let God multiply what you have sown. One day, your success will speak so loud that even the doubters will have no choice but to stand in awe. Work hard in silence, my friends, and shock the world with the glory of what you have accomplished.